we will write down the equation, right? But this is balanced equation. You don't have to know the balanced equation. The word equation is sufficient for you to know. C6H12O6 is glucose, and just to balance 6O2, right? We know it uses enzymes. Enzymes are biological catalysts, right? They will speed up a reaction, and the reaction they are speeding up here is photosynthesis, okay? Light plus chlorophyll. Right, taking you back to the word chlorophyll, that is a light absorbing molecule and the green pigment that is found in your chloroplast. If you look at your chloroplast, right, these grana here, right, they are stacked and they contain chlorophyll within them, right? And then they are also linked to one another via an intergranum. Here's your intergranum that is there, right? So chlorophyll, the light absorbing pigment, is here, found in your grana. And we know, if we recap the adaptations or the structural adaptations of your chloroplast that you done in grade 10, where you looked at things like the double membrane being transparent to obviously allow substances to pass through, light passing through because it's transparent, and then being permeable, meaning that the requirements for photosynthesis are able to pass in and the products are able to obviously pass out. So we know that something like that is happening. Those arrows obviously indicate the reactants that are, those are my reactants, right? So there they are, there going in, and then the arrow that's coming out obviously represents my products, right, coming out. Okay, so light, radiant light energy. So we know that this is a process that is utilizing energy, and it is also producing an energy rich compound. This is a primary product here that is being produced, which is glucose. So glucose produced is the energy rich molecule, whereas the oxygen that is produced is the byproduct, right? But we know that this process is important in maintaining your global CO2 and O2 levels. We know that because the oxygen produced as a byproduct is used up in a process called respiration, right? And after respiration takes place, carbon dioxide is released. Sorry, my light went off. That CO2 is then obviously used as a reactant here during photosynthesis. So you can see that it is maintaining that O2 CO2 balance. So we can look at its role in maintaining global O2 and CO2 levels. That's important, okay? So make note of that in your study guide on page 39, somewhere at the top next to photosynthesis A in the orange block. You can write they maintains global CO2 and O2 level. You can write O2 used in respiration, and you can write O2 released from photosynthesis, CO2 released in respiration, CO2 used in photosynthesis, right? So that's also called interdependence, right? The requirements and products there on page 39 in your green heading block, and then in your purple heading block, yes, you can look at that as well. That actually gives you what is used here in this reaction. You can write this reaction in the word format. That is perfect. You have to know it in the word format. You have to know this reaction off by heart. It is important because everything dealing with respiration requires you to know what are the requirements and what are the products and what's happening here in this area with the arrow. We've got enzymes, right? Enzymes and coenzymes work in this reaction. Radiant energy in the form of light energy is utilized obviously from the sun. And chlorophyll, that is very important because its role, chlorophyll, its role is to convert that light energy here, this light energy, into chemical energy, right? And that chemical energy, we are going to see how the energy is going to be used in the different phases of photosynthesis, right? And that chemical energy is going to be used in the need to break up certain bonds and then join different elements together to give us a new compound or new compounds that would be our products from this process. So energy is therefore needed. Light energy is used, but chlorophyll is needed to convert that light energy into chemical energy. Otherwise, if that wasn't needed, then that means that it wouldn't only be green plants that are able to photosynthesize, and it would be any other organism that's able to utilize light. So chlorophyll here is the magic. Okay,